21 over 16. Okay, so we will have 21 over 16 plus minus 5 times 9 is minus 45 over 16. So what I basically did was just do the multiplication method. I said row by column, so this times that, this times that. That is the first answer we got over here. Okay, then I did the same thing for the second row times the 21, and the other one times the 9, and then I got the bottom part like that. So that is how I did the multiplication, and I did it a shortcut way because I know fraction multiplied by a number, we are just going to be multiplying the numerators together. So 3 will multiply 21, that will give me 63. 1 times 9 is 9. So the multiplication method is straightforward and easy, and since it's a fraction, bottoms, I kept all of them to 16 to make it easier to simplify in the final stage. So from here, all I do is say add the tops and then simplify to get the answers. So 63 plus 9, that will give me a 72 over 16. And 21 plus minus 45, that would give me a minus 24 over 16. And from here on, it's just a matter of simplifying. And to simplify that, let's just bring in a calculator. So I can just divide 72 divided by 16. If it's a whole number, we are right. So it's a 4.5. So I will leave the 4.5. And then we have minus 24 divided by 16. And that will give me a minus 1.5. And that is our answers. So at the end of the day, you will say x equals to 4.5. And you will say y equals to minus 1.5. And we can check if our answers are correct by saying 5 times 4.5 equals 22.5, right? Minus the y, which is 1.5, that gives us 21, which is correct for number 1. And you can also try it with the second one, and you will see if you can get the same answers that we have. So for the second one, it's basically 4.5 minus, right? And the minus is 3 times minus 1.5. So for this, I first need to put in a scientific calculator. So I have 4.5 minus, and in brackets, we have 3 multiplied by minus 1.5, close the brackets. And it gives me a, sorry, it's a minus 4.5, not 4.5. So it's supposed to be a minus 1.5 because it's minus 1.5. I just put in a 1.5. So let's just quickly do that again. It's 4.5 minus bracket 3 times minus 1. Okay, it doesn't give me, this calculator is not correct. Let me just bring in the top cheetah. But we know the answer will be the same. So that calculator is not correct. So I have 4.5 minus bracket 3 times minus 1.5 bracket, and that should give me 9, which is also correct for the second one, right? So we just solved this using the matrix method. And if you had solved it on a piece of paper, then this whole piece of paper, we would have then do the same thing with Adobe Scan. You scan the whole thing, and then we will upload it, all right? For me, computer method, I can just print it by PDF and take it here. This is question 5. And once I have that as a PDF, then here add the file. Then I just select from my device. It's in the math test corrections, question 5, and I will upload, open that. Question 5 is uploaded, say upload. Once it's uploaded, there is the correct question 5. This was supposed to be question 4. And this part over here is almost the second last part of the question. So in this part here, we just needed to check if it's having an inverse or not. So I will be doing this very fast, because for all of these questions over here, you just needed to find out if it the determinant is not 0. So this is just basically a determinant exercise. So do cross multiplication and you subtract each other. If it's not 0, there is an inverse. If it's 0, there is no inverse. So here I can see that 5 times minus 2 is minus 10, minus 2 times negative 6 will give me a positive 12, and definitely this will give me a negative 22, which is not 0. So there is an inverse. The next one, I can already see that if you look at these two numbers, right? This is 20. The other one will be 30. And 20 and 30 are two different numbers, so they are not the same. So the only thing I need to check is if I multiply these two together, if the multiplication of the two together gives me the same answer, then there's a possible likelihood that it will be equal to 0. Or if they both give me a 0, then there's a possible likelihood that it will be equal to 0. All right. So for example, here, if I cross multiply this already, I can already see that one will be bigger, the other one will be smaller. So this will have an inverse, this will have an inverse. Here I have a 2, and here I have a 3. This, that looks like it's the same numbers. So this one, I will say, okay, 2 times 3 is 6, minus negative 2 times negative 3 is 6. So this 6 minus 6 is 0. So this one, no inverse, because that's how I can quickly see if there's an inverse or not. So here I have a 3 times 1 is 3 minus 0. So that will definitely be having an inverse. 20 minus 5 or whatever, that will definitely have an inverse. So number 1, all of them has inverse, except for number 2, no inverse. So in our answers, what we needed to do is say number 1, yes, there's an inverse. Number 2, no, there's no inverse. And the rest, we know they will have inverses. So that's all you needed to do. And that we checked using our determinants, okay? We checked that using our determinants, and then we answer the questions at the bottom. And then for the final question, we basically had to do the matrix multiplication. So let me just do that, and then we can call it quits. I saw a lot of students struggled with this one. I do not know why, but it's basically same as what we did before. This is a 2 by 2. I always have to check. This is also a 2 by 2. So this 2 and this 2 are the same. So we can definitely multiply it out. So after we check those things, we multiply it out, we know that our answer will be a 2 by 2, all right? So that's all we need to do. So over here, it's just basically row times column, and we do it for the second row as well. So let's start here at the bottom. So the first row will be 6 times 6 times minus 6g, all right, plus 4k times 6. So it's the row by the column. So the first element, the first element, the second element, the second element, that goes into that. Then on the second one, first row, second column, it will be 6 times g plus 4k times 3. So for the second one, I went first row, second column. And that is basically how we do it. Then we do it for the other bottom one again. So it will be 6g times negative 6g plus minus 4 times 6. And then on the other side, I will have again 6g times g plus minus 4 times 3. And that will now be simplified to what we have. 6 times 6 is minus 36. And there's only one g plus 4 times 6, 24. Okay. That is the first answer for the first row. Then on the second one, we have 6g plus 12k. And then for the bottom parts, we have minus 36 g squared. Then we have minus, because plus minus will give us minus 24k. And on the other side, we'll have 6g squared minus 12. And this is your final answer for this. And all you needed to do is again scan this into your answer script. Let me just again do the same thing quickly so that we can have this. This will be question 6.
Sir.
And add the file, same process as we have done before. It's question 6. That is what we will add. And then we are done. And for the upload all your work here is just as one single page. Is we basically take a scan. This was just an activity to test if you can use your Adobe Scan, and that will be scan all the images together as one, or all your answers you wrote on paper as one, and then combine it or upload it here. Or if you could not upload one by one, then you can also upload everything here as one page. So that is basically the correction of the test. Let me just also put in here. Okay, I just did everything together so that at least we know this is correct. And then submit. So that is submit. You can only respond once. Your response has been recorded. That is it. So that's basically what we wanted to do for the test, and it was supposed to be done. So once you have done the test and you are done with it, under the test itself here, if I just click, okay, if I click on it, it will open up on the side. You can see I cannot do it again because I have already did it once. And that is basically how it is. If I look at the time over here, because I was teaching and explaining more, it took a little bit time, but it's supposed to be done within an hour's time or 45 minutes. You would have been able to do all of these things very fast. It was not that difficult. That is it from what we wanted to explain. So I will be next week, hopefully when the school starts, we will upload all of the videos. We will not have time to explain all of these things. If school starts again, we will not have time to explain everything. So I will just make a reference that everything is available to you guys on the classroom. It's not just for the 11G class, it's for all grade 11s from January. And you can see we have a lot of activities, homeworks, worksheets that you can do, and marks will be given here. In case anything goes missing, wrong, whatever, I can at least, I was supposed to have some marks from some people here. Only very few people did. And they also get their marks from there. So that is how it works. That is how it is. And God willing, if lockdown is taken out or away, we will be seeing each other next week, and we will just do revision. So at school, I'm not going to be doing matrices. I will only be doing statistics and probability, and then hopefully in September, time permits, we will do revision on everything, and then everything will be fine. So that was it from my side. Is there any questions from your side? If there are questions, please ask them now so that I can at least attend to those questions. Any questions? If there are no questions, we can call it a day. We will not be having class for the rest of the week. This was just the revision session on the homework questions and also demonstration in case we are going to go online. I will tell you the truth, there is 100, let's say 85% chance that school might still be closed down. So if school is closed down, they will just tell you, go and write your exams. We have been informed by ministry that we have to do online classes. That's called alternative to face-to-face. It's still called teaching. So teachers will still get their salaries as long as they have proof that they are doing something online. But you guys, if you don't have study or you don't do anything, that means you will be fall behind and so forth. Okay, I just got excuses from some of the learners on WhatsApp. They cannot attend doctor's appointments and everything like that. No, it's fine. And thank you, Watiza, for attending. The others, I think, drop out. They said they have network issues and so forth. They just notified me on WhatsApp. So the recording has been done. I will upload everything on the Google Classroom as well. If you give me chance this week or by next week, and you can always go back to the lessons and see what we have there. All right. That is it for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.